You have all the technical bias. Ganda na setup, no? But still, you ended up losing the trade. Or worse, stop out ka pa rin. So lahat naman tayo nararanasan natin yan. But for most people, yan talaga ang pinaka-problema. Well, if you want to know the answer and possibly know the solution, please watch the rest of the video. What is good, mga champion, and welcome back to another video. So before I dive into my dollar yen technical trade review, alam naman natin we've all been there, right? So we are very obsessed with perfecting our system, our strategy, crowding our charts with different kinds of indicators. So, lahat kayo guilty dyan, right? And I myself was once guilty of that. Okay, nung nagsisimula ako. Pero minsan, may mga bagay tayo na take for granted. And isa sa malaking bagay is doing or digging deep when it comes to extensive research. Lalo na kung gagamit tayo ng broker. Okay? Yes, you heard it right. Malaking factor talaga sa ating mga big wins and quality setups is yung ating broker. Frankly speaking, bilang lang sa isang kamay ko, ang mga maayos at talagang mga reputable na broker. So, since marami nagtatanong, I have few brokers that I'm using because I have to diversify my capital, alright? But, isa sa kanila ang nag-stand out, and that is Tickmill, right? So, if you're not familiar yet with Tickmill, let me introduce sa inyo ano nga ba ang Tickmill. So, don't get me wrong, hindi ko lahat sinasabi to because I promote them. I am promoting them because of their honesty and at the same time, their dedicated support sa ating mga fellow aspiring traders. Lagi nyo i-check, of course, yung regulation, okay? So, Tickmill is widely regulated in all of the reputable financial jurisdictions all over the globe. So, nandyan tong mga to. Siyempre, we are dealing with funds, pera natin, pinaghirapan. So, again, they have a safety, secured, and of course, fund insurance. So if you want to start your trading journey, number one to check is consider a good and reputable broker. So Tickmill is one of those reputable brokers that I can recommend. So again, kung gusto nyo lang mag-practice, magsimula, get a hold of the platform and all of those things na nakikita nyo technically, lalo na kung aspiring pa lang kayo. Since they have this welcome promotion, okay, you might want to check all the link at the description below. This welcome $30 account. These are $30 free bonus, which yung profits nyo can be what? Can be withdrawn. Okay? So again, maraming brokers out there na they have promotions having all of those free bonuses. Pero again, aminin natin, naka-experience din kayo na hindi nyo ma-withdraw yung mga profits. Ang dami pang eche-bureche. At the same time, ang dami mga technicalities. Tickmill can make it more smooth and at the same time, make it easy for you guys to withdraw all your profits. But if you are those intermediate or meron na kayong experience sa pag-trade, you may want to directly open an account in these various account types. So, dyan yung ating raw account, okay, classic account, and if you want to check in Tickmill trader account, go check it out for yourself. All the links at the description below. So again, if nahihirapan pa rin kayo mag-decide for a good and reputable broker, so I hope this makes it easier for you guys to decide. So before I dive into the charts, nga pala, if you want to be part of our growing TFP VIP Champions community, you may want to check out our 90-day Forex one-on-one mentorship program. So, meron tayong dalawang options. As I have mentioned, option 1 is for the one-on-one mentorship via Zoom, and for the option 2, para dun sa mga may difficulties when it comes to their schedule, I have a masterclass recorded lessons so that you can learn at your own pace. So, hawak mo oras mo and there is no excuse para hindi mo matutunan yung TFP Champion System. So, without further ado, let's get straight to our charts. Alright guys, so let me just walk you through from my past swing trade, which I think lasted for roughly around 4 days under dollar yen, UJ, USD JPY, whatever you call it. Okay, so tingnan natin. So I will explain ano yung naging thought process incorporating as well yung ating pinaka-basic, okay, TFP warrior system. Okay? So again, the first thing na kailangan natin gawin is obviously, I check muna yung market structure, nasan ako sa higher time frame, para malaman ko ano yung magiging bias. At the same time, hindi ako maliligaw wherein pag nag-scale down na ako into a lower time frame, malalaman ko ano yung mga key levels ko prior going sa mas mababang time frame. Alright? So, before anything else, number one na kailangan nyo i-check is huwag kayo mag-focus dito sa current structure. Okay? Tingnan nyo yung nangyari prior that kasi yun yung relevant market structure as whole. So, you don't have to necessarily check naman yung sobrang tagal na. Ang point dito is, kailangan nyo lang malaman ano yung nangyari bago to. Okay? So, we can clearly see na meron tayo ditong bull run, no? Coming from this low. And then, it manages to have this surge or impulsive move all throughout from how many months? Almost roughly past 2 months. Okay? So, meron tayo ditong high and then nagkaroon ng correction for roughly around 15 days or so. Nagkaroon tayo ng higher low. So, this is the higher low structure provided na meron tayong bull market. Okay? Kasi this might be a sense of what? A price settlement na market have this increase of momentum coming from this initial low. Okay? So, given that, since expected natin na there would be another pump, okay, which nangyari nga, nagkaroon tayo ng another higher high. So, ngayon, yung market now is in this structure. So, ngayon, hindi pa tapos to. Okay? Yun lagi yung question. Nasaan tayo ngayon when it comes to key levels pagdating sa current market structure or current price. So, kaya mahalaga na hindi lang natin tinitingnan to kasi majority nowadays, kung titignan yan, they would say that the market is bearish. But given that, kung titignan yung kaliwa, di ba, ito ay part lang ng overall bull run. Probably makuha nating sell trade or short opportunity, maybe a correction lang before the market push through. But again, magmamatter pa rin yan if nasan yung ating key level. Pinabasa lang natin structure so that meron tayong perspective as a whole. Diba? So, ngayon, alam na natin na meron tayong impulsive move na pababa. Okay? Not really impulsive but rather a corrective move. Okay? So, ngayon, ang tanong, yan na ba yung pinaka-final? So, if I were to check yung ating key levels and adding some confluences, okay, it is quite obvious na the market somewhat is settling around this support level. Di ba? Parang meron ditong significant level of support. So, usually, kapag nagbabase ako ng market structure, is tinitingnan ko yung mga last few candles bago yung current price. Ibig sabihin, yung mga last daily candle o highs and lows, significant yan. So, kung makita natin, on a daily perspective, we can say na market is currently on a level of support range. So, paano ko nasabi yan? Meron tayong multiple reactions from this point, di ba? So, may mga significant level dito. Okay. So, let me just sobrang kapal. Meron tayong mga significant points which means there is a common area of value. Ika nga. So, kaya we can say na kung gagawa tayo ng range, no, highs and lows, meron tayong support level dito. So, I can even extend that from the past. Okay? That means market is reacting on a common level. So, ito yung ating logical support level. Right? So, given that, okay, would that be enough para magbaya ko? Obviously, no. Okay? Kasi bakit? Wala ka namang signs of any bullishness as of now. Lalo na yung last candlestick mo is what? Bearish in nature. Diba? Makita nyo, mahaba yung sa taas, that is a sign of a selling pressure. But, would that be a guarantee na dahil yung last candle is selling, sell na rin ako? Obviously not. Take note na yung candlestick, last candlestick is opposing yung key level mo as a whole in terms of support. So, when you have a level of buyer's territory and you are a selling candle, that would mean nothing. Alright? So, it would not be a convincing part sa side mo na mag-buy o even mag-sell. Okay? So, gagawin natin. So, let me just delete some of the markings. So, para malinis lang, no? Let me just delete some of this. Okay, so aware tayo na meron tayong logical support here. And take note, I might be able to use this as reference for other confluences. So, ang pinaka-significant dito is yung last bullish candle nga natin. Okay, ito. So, usually, sabi ko, di ba, even from my past technical videos, gamitin nyo yung mga last daily highs and low. But since we're dealing with two bearish candles and somewhat ito might be indecision, okay? If talagang, take note, if talagang ito ay bababa, provided meron tayong selling pressure at the current candlestick, okay? Kailangan niyang mabasag tong level of, kailangan niyang mabasag tong level of low na to ng last bullish candle. Okay, so markahan natin yung last daily bullish candle low. Okay, and if ito naman ay talagang tataas, okay, it must at least exceed yung last daily candle na bearish. So, I just want to make it more easier for you guys to be more logical. Okay, kung dominant ang buyer, okay, market must be able to manage mag-close above nitong last candle bearish momentum na yan. Okay? So, which means kailangan may close body candle above. If naman dominant talaga ang sellers, given na sa area or territory ng mga buyers, okay, at least mabasag niya tong level of what? Itong last bullish low na to. Kasi bakit? That would mean na market is going on the downside if managed na mag-close yan. But that is just one aspect, okay? Hindi natin pwedeng maging decision making yon. Sinasabi ko lang, we want to make it more convincing sa side natin. So ngayon, hindi ako convinced kasi bakit? Yung selling candle ko, nasa support level, di ba? So, that would not mean anything for me, okay? So, ayusin ko lang tong zone ko, right? Para lang level, okay? So, I might be able to extend up until here, but again, let's try to be more simpler hanggat maaari. So again, ang goal ko lang is to wait, 'di ba? So which is yun yung weakness ng karamihan. We all, 'di ba? Marami sa inyo are very impatient na maghintay. Take note, hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon timing mag-trade. Okay? Lalo na kung long-term ang perspective mo or at least day trading perspective. So ngayon, ano nangyari is I've waited na magkaroon ako ng opportunity through what? Let the market show me ano yung dapat ko makita. Alright? So, that is the true essence of technical chart. Let the market show you. Okay? Huwag niyong i-assume. Kasi lahat ng assumption natin, by gut feeling, mali yun. Okay? Most of the time, mali yun. We must see it visually. Okay? So, ano nangyari dito? Alright. So, meron tayo ngayong breakout. Okay? So, would the breakout ay guarantee na bababa na talaga yan? Take note, no. Okay? A breakout only means na something or potential reversal pa lang. Okay? So, ano pwede kong gawin? I might add some confluences. Okay? May nakikita kasi ako ditong common points na pwede kong gawin. So, I have added, if I'm not mistaken, itong trendline resistance. Okay? So, going back, okay, dun sa ating, rules ng TFP water system. If for buying and selling, di ba? So, for buying, if maghahanap kayo ng high probability trade zone, kung buying yan, make sure na you are above certain confluences or confluence levels. So, you must be above ng horizontal support, okay? Trendline support, and at least a broken counter trend resistance. So, sabi ko nga, as a high probability buying opportunity, you must be above in these levels, okay? At least, okay? So, pwede naman at least dalawang level, horizontal and yung counter trend line broken resistance or itong trend line support. So, in contrary, if ikaw naman ay magsasell, okay, you must be below naman, di ba? I'm just being more logical here. So, kasi bakit? We want to make sure na confluence-wise, mag-a-align yung ating HPT zone for what? Buy and or sell. Okay, so kung selling naman, you must be below horizontal area, below ng counter trend line, broken counter trend line support, and below ka ng trend line resistance. So again, visually, we just want to make it more simple as a basic approach. So yun yung gusto ko mangyari dito. So that means, okay, ngayon, kung makikita ko yung confluences, di ba? we can clearly see na we are now below nitong horizontal level. Okay? That's a fact. Given this visually, we are now below nitong trendline resistance. But ang point dyan is, as a seller, if that is really a true valid sell opportunity, I must be selling at a premium price. Ibig sabihin, hindi ako pwedeng mag-sell na pabagsak ang market. So, logically, lugi ka, di ba? So, again, I am not having that FOMO mentality na iniisip ko na iiwan ako ng price. So, remove that from your psychology aspect, okay? So, ang point ko dito, I must wait for a pullback, okay? A retest, at least, makita ko na nandito siya sa HPT zone ko. So, kung mamarkahan ko yung HPT zone ko on a long-term perspective, dito ang aking HPT zone as a sell. Okay, di ba? If buy naman, sabi ko nga, if magtuloy-tuloy yan, at least bumalik siya dito for a possible bounce. So, that would be on a different story. So, makita nyo yung level of difference pagdating sa buy or buy or sell opportunity. So, given that, I know may areas. Alam ko kung saan ako dapat mag-trade. So, dyan papasok yung level of patience nyo and discipline na if you have a certain rule or system, you must stick with it. Hindi pwedeng along the way, nag-i-improvise ka. You will not be able to have that consistency na hinahanap mo kung paiba-iba ka in between or paiba-iba ka lalo ng strategy. So, nangyari dito is, naghintay ako. So, imagine this daily candle. That time, I was not participating in this trade kasi wala naman sa HPT zone ko eh. Why would I trade, di ba? So, for me, that would make sense if nandun na yung price. Otherwise, I will just stick with other pairs na pwedeng i-trade or I can do something else. Okay? So, from this point of view, makikita natin na market is going up, di ba? So, after magkaroon ng impulsive move down, very strong sellers are coming in, di ba? Pero, hindi naman necessarily maraming sellers mag-join na ako dyan. Okay, I must be smart enough na malaman ko saan talaga yung area ko. And I want to sell at a higher price, di sa ilalim. So, kung nag-sell pala ako nun, di ba? I might be losing the trade. Pabalik na sa akin eh. Pabaliktad na. So, ang area of interest ko is nasaan? Nandito kung selling. Kung buying naman, siguro mag-breakout nyo ulit dyan, then mag-bounce. So, dito yung point of opportunity ko kung buy. But for now, I am eager to sell kasi mas pasok sa confluence ko when it comes to what? System rules, di ba? So, ano yung hintay ko dyan? So, that time na nagkakaroon ng pullback along the way, okay? I have my right naman na bumaba ako ng lower time frame to check, okay? Pero hindi pwedeng sobrang layo, okay? So, next time frame lang naman na available sa daily is yung ating 4 hours. I just want to see more structure. So, I can refine my key levels. Okay, pumunta ako ng 4 hours. Okay. 4 hours na yan, ano nangyari? Diba? So, makikita natin, somewhat, market is picking up its momentum going up. Pero, that doesn't mean na bullish ang market. Take note, huwag niyong hahabulin yung price. So, ano nangyari dito? So, see, market went for a bull run. So, majority dito sasabay, di ba? Many people will be enticed to buy. But take note, if hindi kayo aware sa mga key levels, you would think the market is bullish now, lalo na kung 4-hour perspective ka. But this bullish candle is just heading towards my high probability trading zone as a sell. Ito nga po yun, ating red area na to. HPT sell. Okay, high probability trading zone as a sell opportunity. That means, hindi porket nakakita ko ng mga bullish candles, I will just be impulsive or aggressive na buy na rin ako. No. Kaya importante yung top-down analysis. Know where you are at the current bigger picture. So, alam ko na I'm heading towards a selling HPT. So, hindi wise na mag-buy, di ba? So, nangyari dito, hindi siya mukhang selling pressure, but rather buy. So, I am not participating in that yet. What I want is a selling pressure candle. Okay? So, nangyari dito next? Alright. It might be on my selling area, but nevertheless, very significant tong solid line ko na to as a horizontal level. Bakit? This was coming from a daily, alala nyo, daily last bullish candle low. So, at least mag-touch man lang siya doon, okay? Mas gusto ko na mag-touch siya doon. Otherwise, I might be entering prematurely o medyo maaga tayo. So again, I was quite patient na maghintay. Mag-react man lang siya dito. Okay? Then the rest will be enough para magkaroon ako ng conclusion. Otherwise, I'll be waiting more. Okay? So, meron na mga signs of what? Selling pressure. Not quite. So, ang role ko dito, kapag nakakita ako ng mga selling pressure, I just want to prove one more time. Kung makakita tayo ng one more selling pressure candle. Or at least pababa, di ba? Okay. Ayun, yun nga yung sinasabi ko. So, ito yung mga cases na sometimes, kapag wala ka doon sa key level, okay, that means anything na mangyari as a confirmation candle might not be enough. Kaya sabi ko, it must be in confluence kung nasa ng tamang area ka. So, this is not a sign of a strong selling approach. Okay? I might see at least, diba, a reaction. So, again, nag-react nga siya pero bullish in manner. But, see how it goes on the next following hours, diba? Ayan, okay? So, that means, this can be a good sign, okay, that hindi lang pala tines itong horizontal level ko, but rather yung aking trend resistance. That makes a point na meron ng presence talaga ng sellers. Kasi bakit? Having a strong bullish run, di ba? Kita nyo to? Biglang bawi. That mean, this is more like a trap, ika nga, sa mga buyers or yung mga impulsive short-term traders. Okay, yun yung sinasabi ko na kapag wala kayo sa tamang area, you might be losing the trade or again, you are opposing the key level. So you are heavily buying on a higher time frame resistance or selling territory. Kaya again, I might be opting for sell instead of a buy pag ganitong scenario, right? And yun nga yung ginawa ko. Okay? So given that, how I managed to take a trade. So, am I going to execute now kung ako ay magde-day trade or short-term trade or even swing, di ba? So, since nasa 4 hours ko to nakita in detail, okay? So, that means I can refine my entry now, okay? Papunta saan? Following the same system rules, papunta saan? Doon sa ating lower time frame. Again, ginamit ko yung 4 hours in support sa daily kasi I just want to see more structure. Kung makita nyo sa daily, halos wala namang structure na makikita, di ba? This might even a bullish candle in that sense. Pero again, as we go down, it will be refined into what? Series of candles. Kaya nga, relevant yung halos lapit lang na smaller time frame para makita mo ano nangyari within that candlestick. So ngayon, since may nakita tayong sign of selling pressure and we are within this selling HPT zone, okay? Provided I am still below ng trend resistance, I am within this horizontal level, okay? So, ginawa ko lang is I went sa lower time frame for day trade that managed to a day trade setup which I can hold naman for a long term, di ba? Kaya nga, okay? So, again, pumunta ako ng 50 minutes to refine. Okay? Anong pwede kong gawin? So, given that, okay, kung makita natin, quite obvious na meron ng loss of momentum. Okay? But, it's not a guarantee. Dito pa natin, if following the same rule na ginagawa natin, mapa-higher or lower time frame. So, kung makikita natin, I am at a logical support. Tama ba? I believe you would agree, di ba? So, tayo ay nasa logical support provided if this would really go down, kailangan mabasag natin yung last bullish candle na to. Okay? Low. So, I may be able to use this as a level. Okay? So, given that, I just want na mabasag to para mag-continue yung momentum. And, since iisa pa lang yung confluence ko, I want to see more structure. So, I was patient during this time. Okay? Kasi isa pa lang, di ba? Sabi nga sa rule, at least 2 or 3 confluences para mangyari is magkaroon tayo ng sense of good selling quality setup. I must be below nitong mga level na. Okay? So, given that, I must be below horizontal, trend resistance, and counter trend line support. So, yan yung goal natin. Okay? Otherwise, we might be losing the trade or we might be heading for an opposing momentum. Okay? So, anong nangyari dito? Okay? So, wala pang breakout. That means I cannot decide yet for a sell. So, yun yung level of patience na meron dapat tayo. Breakout means kailangan may close body below nung level. So, again, patience-wise, usually I incorporate alert para hindi man ako lagi nakatutok sa chart. Alright? So, anong nangyari dito is waited for several hours. Not literally nakatiting sa chart, no? Again, I utilize tong alert function. You see. Yan. Okay. Ano nangyari? Ayan. Just extend tong line. So, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout. That's quite a confirmation. Pero, again, it's just one part ng confluence. It's just a horizontal level. Is there anything that I can connect as what? A trend and resistance para mas maging logical yung ating entry. Okay? So, ginamit ko to as anchor point. Okay? So, anong hihintayin ko? I need to wait for a pullback. Diba? Pullback means, or correction, kailangan mag-retest tong value para matest na I am really at a high probability selling entry. Okay? So, this might be a good setup now, okay? But I just want to confirm more to make it more logical, okay? Kasi bakit? Lalo na merong buying pressure after nung breakout na to, okay? Yung breakout level. So, I just want to retain its value dito so I can sell off. Otherwise, see more selling pressure candles. Okay? So, anong nangyari? Okay? Still buying pressure, bullish candle. Yan. Okay. Kung makita nyo, same scenario nangyari dito, di ba? May somewhat a trap, okay? Considering nagkaroon ng strong impulsive move. But it might have a breakout pag nag-correct to, okay? If ever market pushes through pabalik dito sa level, then may invalidate yung buong setup. Otherwise, di ba? Magiging siya, buying. But given that I have to verify pa rin naman yan sa higher time frame. Anything na nangyari labas, kung makita nyo, I am outside nung yung mga lines natin, di ba? Sa lower time frame. That would not mean anything kasi sa higher time frame, wicks lang yan. Okay? Kaya huwag kayong mag-worry if lumalagpas yung yung level natin dun sa higher time frame, trendline resistance, horizontal support, okay? Kasi that is just only wick dun sa higher time frame. So, hindi siya significant as of now. Okay? Importante is yung process natin dito sa lower time frame. So, ngayon, interesting ba mag-sell? Di ba hindi? Kasi bakit? Ano nangyari? Meron na tayong what? Bullish candle pa. So, hindi convinced tayo na ito ang setup niya based sa TFP Warrior. So, that means you have to wait even further. Ika nga, patience is key. Timing is key. Okay? Hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon, trade agad. Okay? Hindi nyo pwedeng i-assume. Kailangan masatisfy yung rules nyo based sa system. Okay? So, ano nangyari dito? Ayun. Makita nyo, di ba? Almost the same identical scenario yung nangyari kanina sa 4 hours at dito sa 50 minutes. That would mean na I can update itong trendline resistance but as my anchor point for ba? Below tayo ng ng so kasi kung i-extend ko yan must be below ng trendline resistance na to. Sorry. So again, if you really want to sell, okay, we cannot sell right away. I want to make sure na may follow-up momentum ng sellers. Okay, yun yung ginawa ko. Okay, ano nangyari? Yan. So, nagkaroon tayo ng ng bearish candle. Okay? Meaning, I may have a good idea na pwede na ako mag-sell right away. But if you're not yet convinced, some people nag-iintay pa. But again, considering nasa area tayo ng trend resistance and meron tayong valid break nito sa ating horizontal, okay? This what happened are just part lang ng corrective phase bago yung drop. Okay? Kaya huwag kayong ma-confuse if sometimes the market goes deeper within your area of opportunity. Okay? Kasi kung titignan natin to sa higher time frame rather, ano yan? Week lang yan, di ba? Yun siya sabi ko na it would not mean anything dito sa higher time frame natin. Okay? So, kaya yung entry natin nangyari are just refinement na ginagawa natin. So, after nito, nag-place ako ng entry, okay? Instant execution. Stop loss, obviously, above nitong highs, okay? Always check sa kaliwa if merong significant structure. But given that, wala naman. So, this would be a good idea for me to place what? A stop loss. Okay? So, ngayon, ang tanong, saan ako maglalagay ng TP? Okay? Naglagay ako ng TP saan? Doon sa ating 4-hour level. Okay? So, wala namang ibang significant level dito as a support na pwede kong puntahan kundi itong area na to. Dito ako, I think, naglagay. So, that would be roughly around 1:7. Yata. 1:7. Okay, kaya siya naging 7K. Okay, kasi ang risk ko lang naman 1% pa. 1 to 3% per trade. In its sense, okay, meron tayong roughly around 40 pips stop loss and tinakbo niya is around 280 pips. Okay, so that would be 1:7. Okay, risk to reward ratio. Okay, so given that, balik tayo sa lower time frame natin. Okay, so I did hold the trade for quite some time kasi bakit? Medyo smooth lang naman yung chart dun sa per hour. Tandaan nyo, maraming noise sa lower time frame but it will not be significant dun sa ating higher time frame. So, dito ako nag-entry right after nito. So, what happened next was, okay, na-trigger tayo obviously. Nagtuloy-tuloy. I think nag-consolidate pa siya for quite some time. But, given that, everything went smooth naman. Okay, all throughout. So, take note na, given from this point of view, nag-trail stop na ako para sinisecure ko na yung okay, yung profit along the way. So, since minanage ko to as a swing, di ba? So, nag-monitor ako sa 4 hours or even daily. So, lumabas na what? Okay? It took me roughly around, ayun. Kung titignan natin, roughly around 4 days based sa entry, no? No mistake. Yeah, 4 days. So, roughly 4 days. Okay, so, I swing the trade and held for 4 days. Okay, ika nga, I might exit sooner. But ang point dyan, again, if mag-a-align naman sa rules mo, you can really hold the trade. So, nangyari, naging swing trade to na supposedly day trade lang. Okay, kaya medyo malaki yung risk to reward ratio niya. Which, pumabor naman sa akin kasi, take note, yung USJPY, of course, in correlation dun sa ating dollar index. Okay? Meron din naman ako check na there's really a corrective phase na papunta yung market pababa for index. Kaya sinabayan ko lang siya for this UJ rate. Okay? So again, ang key take natin dito is we always follow the rules based on how it correlates, diba? So again, alam dapat natin ano yung mga pasikot-sikot at the same time if it validates yung inyong system moves. Otherwise, okay, so hindi nyo makuha yung trade. And malaking part talaga dito yung yung mga brokers. Kasi bakit? Most of the brokers na sobrang laki ng spread, yung mga issues ng slippage, okay? I might be able to be stop out around this area. Diba? Sa area na to. But given that, ang point ko doon is, you have all the means to do your own research naman, okay? I'm already providing you the idea that coming from me, no, na may mga maayos at reputable na broker naman. You just have to do your own research. And I'm already providing you some value when it comes to the broker. So, one of that is Tickmill. Okay? So, Tickmill is one of the few that I would highly suggest and recommend. Okay? Para sa mga aspiring din at sa mga nagtitrade na, existing traders. Okay? So hopefully may nakuha na naman kayong value from this technical trade review. Again, why do I make technical trade review? Para magkaroon kayo ng idea how is my thought process. Hindi lang naman yan all about profits, okay? Gusto ko makuha nyo ano yung iniisip ko during the time na tinitrade ko yun, okay? Para next time, ma-incorporate nyo rin sa inyong personal trades, alright? So again, thank you so much to all my TFP VIP champion students all over the globe, subscribers, followers, and sa lahat po ng sumusuporta. So God bless. See you all on the next videos. Bye-bye.
Alright, guys. So I just want to inform and announce that our TFE VIP Champion Student private Discord community is already up. And yeah, here we have several channels wherein we share our technical trading ideas among each other. And of course, we also have our weekly trade ideas para sa ating mga weekly forecast para sa mga currency pairs and some announcement section. And of course, since tayo ay global, of course, we have other students as well na galing sa mga ibang bansa overseas. So, we introduce ourselves and introduce kung saan tayo galing, sa bansa tayo ngayon, OFW man o hindi. But nevertheless, this is a healthy community para mag-share ng mga trading ideas para sa inyo guys. And hopefully, I will be putting up a server publicly para sa mga baguhan naman and those mga followers and subscribers natin. Alright? So yeah, this is just a minor announcement, and hopefully, guys, you can join us and make this community grow, lalo na sa ating mga estudyante nag-aaral. Alright, guys, so mga baguhan pa lang. But nevertheless, everyone here wants to learn, wants to make profit from the market, but as much as possible, we're all equal in the eyes of the market. Alright, guys, so that would be it. So, yun lang, and thank you very much. Right, bye-bye.